How ChatGPT actually thinks. Hello, I am Aditya. What if I told you, the AI you are talking to right now doesn't actually think? It doesn't feel, dream, or understand, yet it talks like it does. So how does ChatGPT actually work? How does it come up with answers, jokes, and even stories that sound almost human? Let's decode the mind of ChatGPT and discover how this digital brain truly thinks. First, let's clear one thing up. ChatGPT doesn't think like humans. You and I understand things. We think, imagine, and learn from experience. But ChatGPT? It predicts. Every word it writes is a calculated guess, based on everything it's read before. When you ask, what's the capital of France? It doesn't remember geography class, it simply finds that the word, Paris, is statistically the most likely to follow. So in simple words, ChatGPT doesn't think. It completes sentences, really, really well. But here's where it gets cool. The T in ChatGPT stands for Transformer, a type of AI architecture created by Google in 2017. Transformers read text not one word at a time, but all at once, like seeing the whole paragraph's meaning instantly. They look for relationships between words, understanding how context changes meaning. For example, the word bank could mean a river bank or a money bank, and the transformer figures it out based on context. This is why ChatGPT feels so natural. It reads, predicts, and understands context together. Before ChatGPT could talk to you, it went through a massive training phase. Imagine feeding the internet, billions of pages, books, and articles, into a digital brain. The AI doesn't memorize them, it learns the patterns in language. How humans ask questions. How teachers explain ideas. How writers use humor or emotion. That's why it can now imitate any tone, a teacher, a coder, or even a poet. But remember, it doesn't know facts, it predicts patterns. Every time you type a message, ChatGPT breaks it down into small pieces called tokens, basically, chunks of words. For each token, it calculates the probability of what should come next. Like, once upon a right pointing arrow, the next word is probably time. It does this millions of times per second using powerful math and layers of neural networks. So when you ask it something creative like, write a song about exams, it's predicting lyrics based on patterns it learned from millions of songs and sentences. It's not magic. It's math, beautifully disguised as intelligence. After the initial training, ChatGPT was fine-tuned using a process called reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF. Humans interacted with early versions of the model, rated its answers, and corrected mistakes. The AI then learned from that feedback to be more helpful, polite, and safe. Think of it like teaching a child not just facts, but manners and common sense. That's how ChatGPT became more than just a text generator, it became a conversational assistant. Here's the mind-blowing part, ChatGPT doesn't understand meaning the way humans do. It doesn't know what sadness or love feel like. But it has read millions of examples of people describing them, so it can simulate understanding perfectly. It's like a mirror reflecting human intelligence, not creating its own. In other words, ChatGPT isn't conscious, it's convincing. So, will AI ever think like us? Maybe someday. Researchers are experimenting with models that combine reasoning, memory, and emotions. But for now, ChatGPT is like a master mimic, incredibly smart, but still limited. It can generate knowledge, but not experience it. It's like the world's most advanced parrot, one that can talk about love, time, and life, without ever feeling them. ChatGPT doesn't think like a human, it predicts like a machine. But that prediction, powered by billions of neurons and years of data, has created one of the most fascinating tools ever built. So the next time ChatGPT gives you a smart answer, remember, it's not thinking. It's just showing you a reflection of how humans think. AI doesn't replace intelligence, it reveals it.